Hello, everyone. I'm Ronan and Chain. I'm joined with Busy Braun, and we're about to watch Maul Shadow Lord. Busy, how you doing?
Dude, I'm excited, man. This is like a full circle moment for us, man. We watched this in Japan, the trailer,
Mm-hmm.
and a year later, here we are finally checking out the show. So it's something I'm excited for. I'm a
Yeah.
massive fan of Sam Witwer. I'm planning out my first tattoo, and it's legit Obi-Wan and Maul at the campfire. So it's like the
Twin
Maul
Sons.
is a character
Nice.
that means a great deal to me.
Yeah.
So to get Shadow Lord, I mean this is fun. This is really fun. So I'm excited.
This was one of the highlights of our Japan trip when we were doing Star Wars because this was unexpected. I had always heard this rumor of like they're gonna do a Maul show. I was like, okay, live action or
They're like,
whatever.
all
Okay.
right.
And then they're like,
Mhm.
and yeah, just out of the trailers I've seen, the people who are working on the show, who are writing it, we'll talk about it later. But a lot of expectations going into it. But Star Wars animation has been the gold standard of storytelling consistently, in my opinion. Outside of Mandalorian and Andor, animation has been the gold standard, in my opinion. But without further ado, I say let's begin the journey.
Hell yeah, bro. Let's get busy. This isn't Coruscant, right?
No, it's a new planet called Janix.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Rookcast! Yeah. Dude, look how good this looks.
We have a breach!
Oh shoot. Wow.
It's like 8K. No way.
Oh wow. That was incredible. That looked good.
Unit 10 down! Suspects on the move!
Oh, this is from that clip. Oh.
I said drop him!
I guess we should do as he says.
Ah. Yeah, there he is.
Full of fates! Bro.
Ah, man, dude, look at that. Wow. Dude, that saber looks so good. Oh my goodness, what a fucking introduction. Dude.
The kindness, man. Oh.
They got it, bro.
They won't miss it.
I told you already. We do not steal.
I'm tired of begging.
We can always rely on the kindness of strangers.
What an adjustment,
Pardon?
man.
Would you be so kind?
Oh, he chewed that.
Damn.
Be patient. They will surely see to reason, and you'll soon be released.
Surrender and comply.
That voice sounds familiar.
Haybert something, the Allstate guy. Are you?
Oh, is it really?
Yes.
It's the guy that plays God in Lucifer?
Yeah, I think so.
It's like during the Bad Batch,
I
right?
don't get it.
This is after the Siege of Mandalore,
We'd be
after the
crazy
Clone
enough
Wars.
to rob from him.
So around the same time as
So-
season one.
Criminal enterprises and they left a lot of credits behind, but took the supervisor droid. That doesn't make any sense.
You know who voices that
That
guy?
little surprise.
No, but it sounds familiar again.
Positioned
Who is it?
perfectly.
His name is
I'm
Wagner
not sure
Mora.
this was any
He
of the
plays
Lord's
Pablo
orders.
Escobar in Narcos.
Not their style.
Too risky?
He's not the guy that just won the
You
was
must not
nominated.
take these lightly.
Yeah,
Secret
yeah,
agent.
yeah. Oh shit, yeah. Oh, Trandoshans?
Drop me. Shoot up my guards! And take my bank droid! Who's got answers? Mr. Demas.
Ah, that was the
gotta be
droid, the bank
Mario.
droid.
That's not Bosk, is it?
Stick it
No.
to us.
Vanessa Marshall.
You've had another vision.
Oh, he's so cool.
The one I seek is here.
Forgive me, my lord. Why are we focused on low-level targets such as these gangsters?
As the Empire has risen, we have all been made to suffer, even the once mighty Jedi have fallen. But there are many who have prospered from my misfortune. The Pikes, Crimson Dawn, Vario. So,
Got all the name drops.
beginning with Demas. He thought he could take what was mine. He was mistaken.
Should I ready a team? We can eliminate him with ease.
Not yet. I prefer to keep my presence a shadow.
Ha!
Bring me the back droid.
I have the stupidest grin on my face.
I'm afraid your calculations are incorrect. Now, you will deliver a message to Demas.
Oh.
Hey, what's her story?
This one is not cooperating.
She's just a kid. Okay, bring it to my desk. We're
You could sense
all of the data. We'll
the
get
Bad Batch and tells of the Underworld influence.
It's kind of cool to see like a police department type shit like this. I'm not gonna lie.
This is Underworld, yeah.
Captain, you need to see this.
But I love that he had sympathy first. He's like,
This
she's
is
just a
recovered
kid.
from the memory banks of the police droid with Officer Pan.
Ah.
Oh, that's sick.
Laser sword. Haven't seen one of those since the Clone Wars.
Oh.
Run a recognition scan.
Grandiose as ever.
That's an interesting design.
Mm-hmm.
Been a while since we had a meet, huh?
No reason until now.
I know we agreed on neutral territory, but didn't you pick a nicer place? Chobasa.
Choba.
Damn.
The Mafia sit down.
Make me look weak. Try to take over my territory.
Oh.
Trust me, that is not how I would go about it.
Oh, yeah? Well, how would you go about it?
I will not.
Oh. The horse head.
No.
Oh.
Yeah, bro.
We have a truce, Demas.
Demas will make you perish.
No. This guy's a tank.
Hey, Demas.
Oh, he jumped out of the suit.
Yeah.
Never shoot a guy in the back.
Genius.
Lawson! I never thought I'd be glad to see you.
Yeah, first time for everything, buddy.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah. This isn't my style, Lawson. You got anything bigger? It is quite adequate for your needs.
Damn.
What is that supposed to be?
Tiny.
The assassins, they were Zabrak, but not the same marking.
Even the rain looks gorgeous here. God. You could tell someone like rewatched Blade Runner. They rewatched like again, it feels almost like a cop episode.
Yeah.
Procedural.
Another hallway scene?
Dude, it's like a horror movie now.
Two boots, get the system back online and get the stores open. When you want to play, we play.
Is that a Jurassic Park reference? You didn't say the magic word.
Man. Ah.
didn't he kill him?
Dang.
Bro.
I know how to get to Krim.
Take him alive. For now.
Maul breaking out a Jedi.
Maul.
Ah! All right, man. Episode 1, dude. Shit, we don't
Bro.
want to waste no time. I don't want to waste no time. You want to do a quick little 1 minute summary, or you want to just
Sure,
dive into the
sure.
next one? All right,
Sure.
episode 1, man. That's Maul. Holy crap. I am completely flabbergasted with what we just got with that.
Yeah.
Obviously they set up a lot more than they showed, I guess, if that's the right way to say it.
Yes.
The new character, really bad with names, but of course she's completely familiar with Maul, and Maul, of course, could feel the energy of
Yes.
his next apprentice. So
Yeah.
we know what we're kind of hyping up and what we're leading to here, but I think that kind of that's a really good way to end the first episode. They set that up good, and like you mentioned, it felt like a procedural, like a
Mhm.
police
Like a cop
procedural.
show.
It did,
Yeah.
and it was very different. We've gotten forms of law enforcement in Star Wars, but this was like full on at a police station. It was just to see them having to book these people. It felt a lot more like modern, more
Yeah.
realistic at times, and it was fun because of that. Do you have anything you want to say?
I am appreciative that the main head writer, the writer of this series, Matt Micknovitz, he wrote all of Tales of the Underworld.
Mhm.
He wrote a lot of the Clone Wars, the Umbara arc, which is one of the most darkest stories of the Clone Wars. He worked on Rebels. He worked on the Bad Batch. Like, this guy has had his fingerprints all over the animation division, and I could even feel a little bit of inspiration or admiration for Andor with this one, because again, it's down to earth, but you see the echoes of, like, okay, the Sith and how he's no longer a Sith, and then how he feels about the Jedi, and he was literally the whole time he was just chilling, waiting for the moment. He was playing a live action chess match right now with the cops and the others who have betrayed him since he went underground after the fall of the Siege of Mandalore. But yeah, I agree with you, man. This is a great first episode. And normally I don't say this because I love my weekly release. I'm glad we're getting 2 in the first week, because I'm like, okay, I need more. Give me some more. And yeah, I can't wait for us to start the next episode.
Yeah, man. So thank you guys for listening.
Yeah, see you in the next one.
Chapter 2, Sinister Schemes.
We need transport.
Be right back, Captain.
Whoa, what are you doing?
Official police business.
Official police business.
Captain.
Trust me, I smell worse. Just get him.
I love that the droid was the one to be like, please pull over when it's your car. A little bit of the Dark Knight right here.
Oh. We're gonna see what this guy's capable of.
Yeah.
Oh! Oh shit!
Oh, so this is from there. Okay.
Yo, Franklin the Turtle over here. What are we
Franklin
doing?
the Turtle.
Wow.
Hey, buddy. You all right?
Oh, that's so good! What?
Splinter, man.
Shit, dude.
This is a local matter. You bring the Empire into this, they will lock this planet down.
Just get them. And fast.
I love that even the cops are like, don't involve the Empire, damn it. Like,
Yeah.
we can handle it, but it's like,
And the girl.
She is a Jedi. And I shall fashion her into a weapon which can help us destroy all of those who have betrayed, including Darth Sidious.
Yeah.
Sidious. Yes, my lord. But a Jedi. How has she survived?
Well, let us find out.
I'd love a rematch.
What's this all about?
Sidious turns
What
around
do you
and
want with me?
Darth Vader's there and ends up beating Maul's ass.
Who are you? You have been indoctrinated since you were a child. Now you must adapt.
wow, some advice.
Dude, that was the whole bar. That was the whole bar.
You've been indoctrinated since you were a kid. You have to adapt. Wow. He talked about it. Sam said he learned from what he did with Ahsoka. He messed up. He knew he messed up.
Just knowing Sam Witwer's attached to this just makes it so much more like compelling to watch.
Yeah.
Like knowing that there's like a true straight up like fan
One of
not
us-
only involved with the casting or involved with the
Yep. It's been
the
a long
talent of
night.
it, but the storytelling of it.
I heard what happened. I talked to Mom. She wants me to come visit. Said she just
Right, just wait until I can go with you.
Aw.
You will provide me with the time and location of these shipments.
Oh, yeah, no, sure. Easy enough.
Once I disrupt their network, Krim will suspect you and want to meet.
Well, then, okay.
Then you will get me close so I can kill him.
Well, so, look, I agree to help, yes, but, I mean, it's Krim, right? Dangerous, powerful, not as powerful as you, I mean. Yeah, I'm getting a little nervous here. I just want you to know, I think I should remind you that I will do whatever it
Nah.
takes to help you get revenge on him. I want to help.
Oh! Jesus, bro.
I guess we got a deal.
You seem to be having quite the rotation.
Another familiar voice.
Yeah.
How's the kid?
Growing up fast.
To Catalor. Shadow Collective. Based on Mandalore, if I remember. A boss named Maul. Merged Pikes, Crimson Dawn, Black Sun.
Tell me about Maul.
Vanished after the war. The syndicate's disbanded. I sleep well knowing I never made a deal with Maul. And if he is here, watch yourself.
You got anything else?
I'm, free for dinner.
My boy.
My dude. We gotta find in the credits who was that.
Yeah, I'm trying to look into it right now. I don't know if it's gonna be there.
What does it mean for you to be a Jedi, guardian of peace and justice in a time of lawlessness?
I still believe in those principles.
If only there were more like you. Perhaps things wouldn't be the way they are today.
Wow.
I know what you are, so stop pretending like you care.
You're operating under the premise that I am somehow the villain here, but it is not as simple as good and evil.
Not anymore. These are the Pikes, right?
Yes, the Pike Syndicate, yeah.
Why have we not jumped to light speed? An issue with the hyperdrive, Captain.
We've lost control of the guidance system. We're being redirected.
Another hallway scene.
With the cape on
That's so tough.
in the hood.
Yeah.
Oh, the colors. Oh my god.
Oh my goodness. He's so
This is not
quick.
this is not a kid show.
Yeah.
Your victory will be short-lived. Like your once mighty syndicate. Everything that was yours is now controlled by Mob Trim.
I'm sure you believe that.
Ooh! Wow.
Gotta give him credit.
Wow.
That was fire. Ah.
Nice.
He's gonna be there waiting. Wow. That music, man.
It's like a Karate Kid music. Oh.
That's it. Ah, shit, dude. Burned through both of those mad quickly.
Bro.
All right, episode
Yeah.
1 and 2, week
2.
1 of Maul Shadow Lord. So, bro,
Yeah.
what are you thinking, dude?
I think that they're teasing us, and I'm like, it's that meme now. Don't give me hope. Don't give me hope that this show's gonna go dark. It's gonna go hard and deep, man. I mean, the notion that like Maul gave this kid Devon, I think her name is, a Jedi, almost like a lesson right now of like, yo, get back in the ring, use your powers, and I just love that. What they did right is they didn't bombard us with a ton of stuff and ton of lore in your face. It's subtle stuff with a line of dialogue or stuff. So like even the whole thing of like the Shadow Collective, that is clearly for anybody who hasn't seen the show, like the previous shows or anything Star Wars related. And I think Sam said that clear that like you don't have to be a hardcore fan to watch this show and get into it and enjoy it like this, because it felt like felt like a cop episode these past few ones. And
Yeah, I mean they introduced more than enough new characters where it's not like I mean the only character that I can think of that was like that we know of was Maul. I mean everyone else was pretty much new. So it's like
Maul and Rookcast are the only ones that like.
Yeah, so it's like going into this, you're introduced to all these new characters. They're starting off really strong with the relationship building, like him talking to her, and he's like, "You're free to leave whenever you want, but you need to take that push yourself. You need to take that like leap of faith, if you will, making sure she knows it's in her hands." And as we saw, I mean, she was able to figure it out. She took the push, she got out, and hence waiting for the next episode. But it's like it's just a really good start, like kind of seeing where Maul is now and where his mindset is, because we have seen him scattered throughout different kind of timelines, if you will. And I'm assuming if you're watching this, you've seen some of the other stuff. I really don't want to dive too much into spoilers in case you haven't, but we saw a broken version of him, whether it was in Clone Wars, whether it was in Rebels. We've seen him, of course, at the end of Clone Wars as well. We've seen him all over the place. So it's really interesting to see the way his demeanor and the way his attitude has changed throughout the years, and where he is now, considering this is right after Order 66, after he tried to talk to Ahsoka, after he had the battle with Ahsoka, and now he is faced with another position where there is another apprentice that he can take under. Like, I mean, he was talking to Ahsoka at the end of Clone Wars, and he was like me and you, we can take him down. We can take him out. And now we're in a position where he has someone else who we don't know too much about her mindset, but it doesn't seem very different from characters that we've seen in the past. So it's going to be really interesting to see the way that relationship builds, to see who kind of gets corrupted in a sense, where we know when Maul met Ezra, he was a little, I don't want to use the word softer. He was still, the maniac we know and love, but he was still like, he was talking to Ezra with, a little decency. And where we are now, and it's just going to be interesting to see if she gets a little corrupted and gets a little more gray or gets a little more hardcore with the way she is, or if he gets a little more soft and she kind of, it's just going to be interesting to see how they kind of like complement each other, if you will.
Yeah.
And that's one thing that I'm really excited for, to see him in a position where he's forced to kind of, I guess, have someone else there and not kind of do things the way a typical Sith would,
would go about it. Yeah,
exactly. So it's going to be interesting to see how that goes. But so far they've done a good job introducing the characters. I mean, hell, even her master, if you will, the Franklin the Turtle guy, whatever his name is, badass. Like obviously Yoda vibes with a small guy with the cane, flipping over, being a badass, disappearing quick as hell. I mean, there's just so much going on. and they're just sprinkling the seeds for a lot of these different things, and the payoff I feel like is just going to be really really fun eventually
Yeah,
when we get to everything. So yeah.
I love that even Rook cast Vanessa Marshall's character is getting moments to like advise Maul of like, yo, should we really be doing this? Like, if we do this X, Y, and Z, this is what might happen. And I love the simplicity that these first episodes have, but without pulling any punches. The notion that he breaks into the cops headquarters and gets someone that betrayed him and makes a mess to scare him off and strikes down a Pi Syndicate squad and almost like making a notice like, no, Maul's back and he's pissed and like you better be sure that you didn't like leave him behind and whatnot. And I'm reading the prequel comic to this series called Shadow of Maul, and there's only one issue out thus far, and they introduced the captain character, and I like how the connectivity there is between the comic and this show because you do realize that he has a family, and he's doing his best to keep the peace in this planet, but knows that like as soon as the Empire gets wind of this stuff, that it's gonna be locked down, it's gonna be martial law, and the notion that he has a son that's growing up and he wants to like spend time with him and be there with him to take him to his mom. He's gonna ask him off. It's like if this shit keeps growing, who knows when that's gonna happen? And so I love that there's connectivity already with the characters, and yet you're feeling the stakes and the dread of what's coming now down the line.
Yeah, and I think for me, it's like I didn't read any prequel. I'm going into this kind of completely blind outside of the of course, Clone Wars, Rebels, and like the main television shows that we've seen. But it's like I feel like they've done a good job, just kind of again laying down the groundwork. And of course, when it comes to some of the other animated shows, I mean, they're fun, but none of them, in my opinion, have been amazing. They've been good. Don't get me wrong, but I mean, I think just because of how iconic of a character is, and maybe that makes me biased with the first 2 episodes, but I think this is one of the better starts. I think that we're off to an amazing start. I think this is maybe one of the better starts that we've gotten in the last few shows, outside of Andor, of course, because Andor is absolutely fucking perfection. But it's really really impressive what they're doing, and I mentioned this I think in our reaction. Of course, you guys can go check that out on either of our channels, but I mentioned anything that Sam Witwer touches, it's compelling, because it's like to not only have him involved as the talent, but to have him involved with the storytelling, because of like the fact that he's like us, like he's
knowledgeable.
This isn't just a job, like this is he loves this shit, you know what I'm saying? Like this is he breathes this shit like we do. So it's like to know that he is as passionate and he's as determined to make sure they're doing this right. It just makes it so much more interesting as a fan to go into this and want to enjoy it, and it's like knowing that they're not just pulling out some cash grab shit out their ass, they're doing things that's going to make things connected. They're going to make things work. They're going to make sure everything's tied together, because they're in kind of a weird area right now. And we've done it with some of the other shows, but this is a character who I could be wrong. Like we've seen a lot of characters kind of appear throughout the different eras, and such as Yoda, for an example. We've seen him in the original trilogy. Of course, he's in the prequel trilogy. And then we have characters like Maul, who's legit in the prequel trilogy. He's in the of course, in that original trilogy timeline, whether it's Rebels, and he's of course right after Order 66. He's just kind of sprinkled a little more, throughout that kind of era. And not to say he's like the most important character, obviously, but he's very involved with the main events that's happening, whether it's young Kenobi, old Kenobi, Ezra, Ahsoka. There's just so many tie-ins, which makes his character so important. So it's going to be really interesting to see if we get other big characters, because obviously in Bad Batch we had other recurring characters pull up, characters that we were familiar with, but nothing like too crazy. I mean, of course, Cad Bane popping up is amazing, but it's just, what will Shadow Lord bring to the table when it comes to the Star Wars universe? Like, will we see a potential, Ahsoka appearance? Will we see, him try? I mean, he already mentioned Sidious. Will there be a situation where he tries to target Sidious and has to go one-on-one with Vader? Like there's just a lot of potential with this show, and we're only 2 episodes in, and I'm already just kind of geeking out over it. So
yeah,
I'm glad that we're able to chat about it.
I love that you said that it doesn't feel like as of now that it's just a cash grab, and he said that as much. Like if we're gonna do a Maul show, there's gotta be a legitimate reason that we're doing the show, other than like, oh, we get to sell more toys and it's a fan favorite character. It's like, no, why are we revisiting this character after so many time? After, for a lot of us, we know where he ends up at, where he goes through, and it's a fascinating time period in the timeline to pick him up, which is like a year after the Clone Wars ends, and you see his dynamic with his perspective on the Jedis. You see how he hits the cop but doesn't kill him, and he is savage and brutal. But I think he's also now more experienced and collective. Like, all right, when to make my move and when not to make my move, and I think that is ingredients for a fascinating story that hopefully, and they've said it, that we're not going to make him a hero, which is a good thing. And these stupid to show he's not a good person. He's a bad guy, but there might be worse people in this galaxy.
Exactly. And
yeah.
And the way his head is set up too, like he's only targeting people that are straight up targeting him. So of course the brutal deaths that we did get here are solely from people that were straight up trying to kill him, you know. And like, you try to kill him, it's like, okay, well then now I'm no longer just putting you down, like I'm making it fun for myself.
Yeah.
Where we have people he's ran into, like the cop, who of course is just doing a duty. It's not personal for him. It's not to gain anything. It's simply to, you know, do his job. And I think he understood that. Same thing with the Jedi. Jedi's trying to get out of there. The older Jedi's trying to get out of there, and he's just like, okay, like these people clearly aren't threats, but I'm interested and I'm intrigued by them.
Yes.
So it's for him, it just seems like I feel like we don't, obviously we talk about it enough, but Maul is a strategist. Like, he's a very, very smart man. So him leaving people alive, him longingly staring at someone just because, you know, he's trying to understand something, like, it's all calculated and it's all going to lead to somewhere. And whether that, again, whether his ultimate goal is to take down Sidious, whatever it is, it's going to lead somewhere, and he's going to use everyone he keeps alive as some type of pawn. So I'm very, very intrigued by what they're setting up here, but you know, that's pretty much it, man. I mean,
I agree. I agree.
I mean,
Folks,
I think we're off to a really strong start.
I agree. Give a rating out of these first 2 episodes. How do you feel about them?
B plus, A minus, man. We're going really hard. We're starting strong, and
I'm at the A minus side as well. Yeah,
A minus, yeah. So I mean, glad that we're gonna. I believe every week they're dropping 2 at a time.
2 weeks, yeah.
So,
2 episodes a week. Yeah,
we look forward to being here every week talking to you guys. If you guys will have us, of course.
Yeah.
Make sure you're showing love to Team JBS by liking, subscribing. Of course, every single comment helps boost the algorithm, so show some love. And of course, if you want to see reactions, you can go check out Ronan's channel. He'll be uploading the reactions over there, and I'll be doing some shorts all over the place, whether it's TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. So make sure you're all over the place. You can find me, of course, at Bizzy Braun, and of course over here. And Ronan, where can we find you?
You can follow me at Ronan Unchained and on Team GBS and on Bizzy Braun's channel.
Yes, sir. Thank you guys for watching.
Take care, everybody. May the force be with you.